Well, is that watching?
All right, good morning. It is time. It is day number 13. Today's journal post is courage. No super shades today because this message and the next following messages for the next couple of days are so powerful. I don't want to be too silly with it. So, courage today, power of thought Thursday, believe in yourself Friday. Please make sure that you read the journal post there. And in particular, make sure you stick around for the end. The recap video is going to be so awesome. Now, excuse me, not the recap. The motivational videos for these next three journal posts are going to be so awesome that you don't want to miss them. They really, really have impacted my thought process with regards to our trading and that which we do in life. So let's get on into day number 13, hump day, May the 17th, 2017. Bible verse Deuteronomy 31:6 reads, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or tremble and dread before them. For it is your Lord, your God, who goes with you. He will not fail you or abandon you." My motivation manifesto excerpt reads, "We are not transmitting or receiving love as we're divinely intended to. We are filtering love rather than feeling it. We fell for the prevailing hysteria that said, 'Protect your heart.' And we began to believe that love itself had enemies and needed protecting. When we were hurt, we felt that love was somehow diminished or damaged. But hurt has nothing to do with love, and love is unaffiliated with any unaffected by pain. Ego was hurt, not love. Love is divine. It is everywhere, ever present, and abundant and free. It is a spiritual energy that is, at this very moment, flowing through the universe through us, through our enemies, through our families, through billions of souls. It was never absent from our lives. It is not bound in our hearts or in our relationships, and thus it is not capable of being owned or lost. We have allowed our awareness of love to diminish. That is all. In doing so, we have caused our own suffering. We must mature and realize that freeing our mind of ancient hurts and opening once more to love shall give us access to divine strength, to stand emotionally open before the world and give our hearts without fear or hurt or demand of reciprocity. This is the ultimate act of human courage. For this we now declare we shall amplify love." So it takes a lot of courage to freely give and receive love. So let's talk about these tickers. And again, please stick around for the motivational video at the end of both today's recap and the next couple of days because they are awesome. Here we go. NVDA overnight smashed them with the Pups Group live. Told them specifically, and then really I left so much on the table while I got down to 128. But we smashed them, a little bit larger position size for me, but it's a nice gap. And if you guys have been watching my recap videos, I'm, said, hey, listen, this thing is up 30-something%. And I'll be watching and waiting. So as it opened up, it was a $1 risk for me. As it opened up, sold off at the open, we got out of the way. There was a thesis to go back in a little bit later, I believe, off of a green-red setup or possibly a bear flag. Gap and drop. It's like we have gap and goals, it's gap and crap, I guess. But man, that is a beautiful chart. All right, we have a gap there now, but I mean, it's that gap here, this secondary gap after running has now been closed. And I'm looking on the 1 hour chart there. You can see it again on the 30-minute chart here. That 1 hour gap has now been closed. So that was a solid play. It was good to see that play out. And if I'm paying a little more attention, maybe we go back because there's a couple theses to take them back in to re-enter that trade, both on the first part of the bear flag, the first 30 minutes, and then again a little bit later in the day. What else we have? UVXY. Shout out to UVXY. I was posting about that one in Profit Lease chat room. Pull that up. Let's see if we can find UVXY real quick. UVXY. All right, there it is. 6 a.m. on the 17th. TVIX, UVXY in play for today. Shout out to the Wolves of Wall Street. Killed it. And actually, pretty good play. Dip bought it. I call this 6 a.m. Daily chart was communicating. Get ready as well. If you look at the histogram, it was already speaking to us. Due diligence on point here. All right, and we took them and ran them on up. TVIX pretty much the same thing. So they closed their gap on a jump. All right, they had a gap up that closed. They had a gap down that closed. And they don't have a lot of overhead resistance. I mean, maybe 22 is the next spot, and then we still have some more space to grow past that. So depending on what the futures and overall market looks like this morning, maybe in play today. Be looking out for them. AKBA, wow, wasn't I short this puppy the previous day in the high 15s? Mark also bust them in the mouth. So nice continuation day, and they are up a ton. That chart, gap up and gap up again. All right, we got some closure to get to here. I think I mentioned on my recap video the previous day, I'd like to go see some about this 13. 14 is on deck now. We were reaching there now, so let's see if it doesn't hold 14. If not, let's see if we can go see about the $13 mark and take it from there. IMGN, got them. They literally touched the fib at $5.19 and ran away. Guess they ain't like it up there. They do have some after-hour news, so it was released. It'll be interesting to see what they do on today or Thursday. So we'll be watching them. And they also have come from a little bit, the 380s to 520, basically $1.40, so 70 cents down off of 5.2. We're looking at the 450 area, so we'll continue to watch them today. So we get a little fade action. BZUN, 50% retracement short. The tips earning loser. All right. So I guess they had earnings. They gapped down, right? They bounced, could not get back to the gap. They reached up at 21.90 something, almost perfectly 50%, and then they rolled back over. So we took advantage of an opportunity there, and could have got a 20 pretty much all day. Hour could have came back in for what looks to be a top. Maybe this is triple top action here, maybe the 2070s. It's only about 3% of play, but it's a safe 3%. Earnings are not going to get better in one day, so that look pretty good. CYBR, shout out to Mark. This gap down from a few days ago. Play has been paying each day, just like CBI. I think the group has killed CBI. I at least had them at the top of my list yesterday, but I still didn't play CBI, so the play may be dead for me on to the next ticker. But they had a gap up that got closed aggressively. I think that was bad earnings. And you can see, the last couple of days, it's a constant stream of cash flow. So for me, got them. 47 days, they were giving up this solid dollar mark, 48. They couldn't even get to 48.5. So let's come on back down to 47, man. So we'll continue to watch them because they don't have a bottom anywhere close. So they still can sell off a little bit. So we'll continue to watch them closely. And finally, SINA. Listen, this was a oops on my part. Took two shorts, right? And then I covered when it went to 96 something. I put a stop at 97.2, just above the view app at the time. So I thought I'm out. I'm like, man, cool, little 50-cent gain, nice winner. All right, cool. Uh-oh. I ain't covered my whole position. Uh-oh. I still got half. All right, now I'm trying to add to the position. And it goes against me another $1. Add to the position again. And it finally comes to past break even. My price, I think, was 98.30 something at the time. And I just got myself out. SINA actually is an earnings winner. And for all intents and purposes, if we're buying dips, I think that probably looks a lot better. Look at that 96 area in there. All right, they had gap down. They closed the gap down and then dropped $3. But look at 96 triple bottom there. 96, 96, 96. Look how cool of buying the dips would have been there. There was a dip to buy there. Actually had an intraday gap right there too, but it doesn't often happen. But those were the shorts. That was the cover. It was supposed to be when it came through 97. And then we're right back out. So I think we got lucky on that one. That was a little bit frightening. All right, those are my 7 trades for yesterday. So all 7 are on the watch list today. You have tickers to play for Thursday now. Here's our motivational video. And I'll see you guys pre-market. Let's get them.
Knowledge, strength, wealth, status, excellence, many different words, many different meanings. But they do share one important thing, and that's that they are all outcomes. They are not obtainable by themselves, just like an effect can't take shape without the cause that contributed to its materialization. Right? They need something else, a seed, a root, a foundation. If excellence were the tallest building in your city, and you ripped it apart piece by piece until only the core existed, only that foundation, what you would see is courage. Because courage is the thing that gives you a platform to build on. Every starting block is comprised of unknowns. Every endeavor, every journey, every time you start something new, you're by definition a rookie. You're at the bottom of some pecking order. And I want you to never be fearful of these situations, but to be thankful for them. They're the roots that allow the tree to grow, and the only thing required for you to move forward is having the courage to say yes. Life is opportunity. The world around you is opportunity. Some people close their eyes and ignore it. Others choose to see it. Courage is never closing your eyes. Everything around you is courage. That building you're walking by, someone had the courage to start that construction company. The music you're listening to, someone had the courage to put their art out there into the world, to embrace the critics, the naysayers, the envious. They didn't stop. And now their creativity is flowing out of your headphones and into your life. Courage is the understanding that simple and easy are very different words. It is incredibly simple to work harder than the person next to you. It is simple to make sacrifices, to move out of your comfort zone. You don't need to understand Einstein's theory of relativity to be able to do those things. Oh, but side note, they're insanely difficult. At first, they will kill you inside. You'll be nervous, scared, self-conscious. Courage is the understanding that fear becomes progress, that being nervous transforms into excitement. And that what once ate away at you will become the fire that reshapes your life. Allow yourself to stumble through the beginning. Let yourself fail. That guy running a 5-minute mile, at one point he ran it in 8. That woman worth $1 billion at one point was worth $1 million, 100K. Maybe she was broke. It takes no courage to run the same speed your whole life. It takes no courage to stay stagnant. Courage is saying to yourself, I am worth more than I have now. I am faster than that stopwatch is showing. I am better than this grade reflects. Courage is when your actions take on a life of their own. When they embody that winning mentality, when your friends, your peers, and the people in your life give you a hard time because you're not the same person today that you were yesterday. Courage is smiling and moving forward. It's when the first setback comes, and the second, and the third, and the fourth, and you go straight through it. You adapt. You never lose sight of what you want. Courage is believing so strongly in your ability that you welcome discomfort today just so that you can turn it into an advantage tomorrow. Courage isn't listening to this, taking your quick blast of adrenaline into the living room and streaming Netflix. No, it's thinking about what you want more than anything else and driving toward it. One courageous step at a time. That is courage.
watching.